Welcome back, dear viewers, to Incredible Spy Stories. But before we dive into how Bronx would try to fool the Reich about D-Day, I would be remiss if I left out another of her triumphs. According to the UK National Archives, and I quote, "On one occasion, she is credited with preventing a chemical attack on London. Over 100,000 lives saved by a lie." It all began early one morning when another coded message from Bibi arrived. When she decoded the message, her heart sank.
Good God! Tell Harmer I am coming over and need to see him. Now. Where have you been? I have been waiting all day.
What's the emergency? Need a last-minute date for one of your parties? I am not doing that again. The answer is no.
Christopher, I have some terrible news. You'd better sit down.
I apologise. Do go on.
Christopher, why would Bibi ask about our chemical defences? Britain has gas masks, shelters, unless they're planning to use them.
Those bloody bastards! We don't have any defences. Not real ones. If they use chemical weapons on London... Right. Go home, Bronx. I need to speak with Masterman immediately. I'll telephone you once we have a plan.
Then we'll just have to invent one, won't we, darling?
Sir, we have a problem. Bronx received this telegram from her German handler. They're asking about Britain's defensive capabilities against a chemical attack.
Chemical weapons. Do you know what the Germans have stockpiled, Harmer? Taboon, sarin, nerve agents. 45,000 tons of the most lethal chemical weapons ever created.
Good God.
A single bombing raid over London, tens of thousands dead in minutes. Hundreds of thousands more dying slowly. Hospitals overwhelmed. Streets filled with the dying. It would be unimaginable.
Then this telegram is... They're planning to use them.
Actually, Harmer, this is good news.
Good news? Sir, with all due respect, how on earth can this possibly be good news?
Because, my dear fellow, they're asking. Asking. If they were planning to use chemical weapons, they wouldn't need intelligence about our defences. They'd simply attack.
They're trying to assess the risk.
This is our opening, Harmer. Tell Bronx she's attending a party tomorrow night. Make sure she's seen with Dr. Edmund Hartwell, top scientist at Porton Down.
This is right up her alley.
We'll have a friendly reporter there. Their picture will appear in the gossip columns. Dr. Hartwell won't know why, but he'll be told to be very friendly with her. The Germans will see the photographs. They'll know exactly who he is.
My dearest Bibi, you will never guess who I met last night. A lovely chap, Dr. Edmund Hartwell. You may have heard of him? I think he's quite smitten with me. Let's see where this leads, shall we?
Get me Berlin! Immediately! Yes, it's Blyle. Elvira has made contact with a Portendown scientist, Dr. Edmund Hartwell. She will get us everything we need.
Bletchley confirms it. Berlin's watching and waiting. They want Bronx's intelligence on Portendown. The operation is a go.
And so, the Great Deception began. British intelligence knew that Elvira couldn't give the Nazis everything all at once. Information was delivered drip by drip, feeding the right clues to support her final report that would come later. Other double agents provided corroborating details that seemed to confirm everything Elvira was telling them. Meanwhile, the double-cross team monitored intercepts to ensure the Germans were swallowing it whole. Finally, it was time for Elvira to issue her report.
My dearest Bibi, Edmund has been such a dear. We went dancing at the Savoy last night. He's quite light on his feet for a scientist. You know how men are after a few drinks, darling. They do love to impress. Edmund was boasting about his work at Portendown. He said the British have extensive defensive preparations. He also said they have massive stockpiles of mustard gas, phosgene, and newer agents. They are stored at air bases throughout the country, ready to be loaded into bombs quickly. And Bibi, he was particularly proud of how many Germans the RAF could kill with their chemical bombs. He said British bombers could drench every major German city within hours of any German attack. But enough of such grim talk, darling. Do send my allowance promptly. This war is terribly expensive.
Of course, none of this was remotely true. Britain had no defense, no stockpiles, just one woman's perfectly crafted deception, standing between London and oblivion. But to truly sell this magnificent bluff, Britain needed one final audacious stroke. And when it came to theatrical menace, well, who better than Churchill himself? The warning was drafted carefully and issued with the Prime Minister's explicit authorization. This was not meant for public morale. It was meant to be believed by the enemy. There are different reasons given why Germany never unleashed their devastating chemical arsenal. No one can claim the Nazis felt any moral qualms about using them. Some say it was Hitler's own grim experience in the Great War, when poison gas left him temporarily blind. Others credit Churchill's threat and the fear of retaliation. But Masterman was quite clear in his notes who he credited.
On one occasion, she is credited with preventing a chemical attack on London. In our next episode, I send Harmer to brief Agent Bronx on one of the most critical operations of the war. I pride myself on preparing my officers for any eventuality. Even I could not have prepared poor Harmer for what he walked into next.